Hey there. Welcome back to my new YouTube series that's going to be exploring how I lost 42 pounds at age 56 and trapped in postmenopause, where we don't want to be, ladies. It's not a fun place. But this is a video series that I hope will bring hope and motivation to anybody who's in this state of purgatory. It's kind of where we find ourselves. And I made it a long time with really no movement in getting any kind of weight loss or progress in trying to look better, feel better, progress. But I finally made some pretty heavy moves and steps that got me to my goal. And I'm going to share that with you in this video. I do have to read a disclaimer because we all know about America and how litigious we all are. So let me read this for you, okay? And I'm going to be reading it directly off the paper, so bear with me. This information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. While the content is created by a registered nurse, me, and is based on clinical knowledge and experience, it should not be used as a substitute for professional medical advice from a licensed physician or other qualified healthcare provider. Always seek the guidance of your healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your medical conditions, symptoms, medications, or treatment plans. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay seeking care because of something you've read, heard, or viewed on this channel or anywhere else for that matter. Don't trust anybody. Do your own research. I'm just telling you my own personal experience. Individual health needs and responses to treatment can vary widely, and this is very true for what we're about to go over. What may be appropriate for one person may not be appropriate for another. This content does not establish a nurse-patient relationship, nor does it replace individualized care. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, please call 911 or seek immediate medical attention. By using this content, you acknowledge and agree that the creator assumes no responsibility or liability for any outcomes related to the use or misuse of the information provided. Yay, that's over. Necessary, but over. And yes, you'll be seeing it in every video. Love you. Once I get better at editing, it'll probably appear as a blurb like down in here somewhere, like down in here somewhere. But for now, until I learn all those things, we're doing this all together. So, let us begin. I will be reading off some notes, and those notes are coming primarily from my Medium articles, which I linked in the description of the video. I will also be linking all of the YouTube videos that I have been, especially in this, where I tell you what video really stimulated me to do all this, and I will be linking the app which I used that helped me. So, all of that will appear in the description of the video below. Please go through that, pick this up, research it, watch the video. Video is really, it's what caught my eye, and we're going to talk about that, okay? So, basically, we are going to now start the journey. Here we go. So, I'm going to preface all this by saying that I am a registered nurse with 19 years of experience, and I carry a master's degree in nursing education. I work with patients every day. I teach every day. I help people understand what's going on with their bodies and how they can better improve their own health. So we'll be discussing a lot of that in a lot of these videos. I also want to preface this by saying I am not representing anybody in these videos. These supplements and the apps and the YouTube videos that I link, I am not sponsored by any of these people, but Dr. Gundry, Dr. Eric Berg, Formula, Keto, if y'all want to hire me in, I'm up for that. Reach out to me. But I am not sponsored by anybody. So, as we ladies know, once we get into menopause, there's this metabolic shift. And the hormones just go. No sound because they keep going. That's not true. They do bottom out at some point, and that's when you start the weight gain, the mood swings, the brain fog, all the ugly things that can happen to you, the hot flashes. Let's talk about hot flashes, shall we? Mine were not nearly as bad as some ladies. One of my best girlfriends would literally be dripping. And I had this gentle sheen. and you just kind of glow. It starts right here. It is the sun in the center of your chest, and it spreads outwards like this wave of heat. You put on a sheen or you sweat like a whore in church, and then it goes away, and now you're cold. Yeah, not fun. None of it's fun. But the symptoms do begin when you start menopause. I happen to start menopause quite early, probably similar to my mom. I started at age 41, 42. I'm now 56. And while the symptoms have lessened as time has gone on, they are still present. The weight gain was the bane of my existence. I could deal with everything else, but the weight gain and the inability to lose it was driving me nuts. It was ruining my self-image. I hated myself, and I already had that problem. I mean, I already had some self-image problems. Nothing bad like, oh, I'm going to hurt myself, but bad enough that I didn't want to go shopping. I didn't want to be seen in public in anything that was form-fitting. If I did, I wore a huge t-shirt over it. I mean, Omar the tent maker was my best friend, right? You wear the big clothes that make you look somewhat covered, and, I surf, so me in a wetsuit was like 50 pounds of crap in a 2-pound bag. It was like, oh girl, what are you doing? Size up. So I did. Men's large wetsuit. My buddy Danny got him for me, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on in my life? So, that's where I was coming from. In addition to that, I am also quite broken. Years of living fun and living hard on my body, competitive sailing and surfing and generally just being an idiot when I was younger, have left me with quite a badly broken body. My neck, my back, my hips, my shoulders. This shoulder's been operated on. This one's next. My lower back is a horror of osteoarthritis. My hips are broken. I have severe stenosis in my C3 through C7. Broken. Nursing didn't help. It is a job that is very rough on the body. So, it just comes with the territory, and I committed to it, and I'm now paying for it. So I was not able to do a lot of the things that people would try. Oh, let me go run 3 miles, every day, or let me go pump iron for 2 hours a day. For menopausal ladies, that isn't what you want to do anyway, but, I will delve into some of this later. But for now, just know that my body is pretty badly broken. I have pain, chronic pain every day, and it hasn't stopped me. I still surf. I still boogie board. I still walk 3 miles a day on the days that I'm not surfing. And I still have a great time. I still, I was doing sailing for the longest time, and, I'm still living my life and having fun. But it hurts, and it hurts every day. So I knew, got to get the weight off. It was just another trigger. It was just another thing, because I knew I couldn't live another X number of years in this body in chronic pain. And I was just not going to make it as long as I probably could, right? Let's just leave it at that. And I do not use narcotics. I don't take any drastic pain meds. I use Tylenol and Aleve, and we'll get into that regimen at some point when we discuss chronic pain. Just know that I use Tylenol and Aleve. That's the only thing I use. Don't use any narcotics, and I don't use any harsh medications. I use a lot of homeopathics, yoga, essential oils, every tincture known to man, a lot of Chinese medicine. So, I manage it, and I take care of it. And now the diet had to come along with it, right? There were a lot of things I knew I needed to do, and that I didn't need to be eating, and that I was still eating, and that I still really want, okay? I still really want those foods, okay? I'm not going to tell you this is going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that you're going to work hard, and you're going to be uncomfortable for the times that it takes to wean you off of these foods that you love so much. I'm right there with you, and I love you, and you're going to make it. But it's going to be a slog, and I'm not going to lie to you. There is no silver bullet here. I'm not using any of the wonder meds. I'm not using any of the appetite suppressants. It's just hard work. So, all natural, okay? Au natural. So let me check my notes real quick. Yes. So, know that I'm a broken girl, so I can't go out there and throw myself into all the stuff that the ladies do to lose 20 pounds and just whatever. No, it doesn't happen. It didn't happen with me. It may not happen with you. So I'm giving you some hope that this can happen. All right. So, I think my husband might have sent me the video. I crawl Insta, I crawl YouTube, and we doom scroll at 3 in the morning when we can't sleep or we have pain or our brains won't shut off and it's almost time to go surfing, so we might as well get up. So I'm doom scrolling in the morning and I come across, did I get it backwards? I think I did. No, I didn't. YouTube, there was this video, and I'm going to link it, and it's from this young man who's talking about how the carnivore diet is really quite good at doing a lot of things. And while a lot of people have been listening to the demonization of meat, and, oh, I can't do it, and oh, it's this, and oh, it's that, expand your horizons a little bit. This video will help, and then start following it down the rabbit hole a little bit, because yes, I mean, you don't want to eat 4 pounds of meat a day. No, but you can use animal protein or plant protein. People do it plant. It's harder, but you can do it to help you lose weight and get the sugars under control and all the cascades that go on in your body. So anyway, I watched this video and it really got my brain going. I was like, wait a minute. This guy's talking about like biochemistry and pathways that get activated when you start eating animal proteins or just proteins, right? And you start weaning off the sugars and weaning off the carbohydrates. It starts turning on pathways in your body that are going to burn that energy, burn that fat right off of you. And no, you're not going to get any before and after photos of me. I'm sorry. I don't like cameras. This is okay. You and me, we're okay. But I don't like having pictures taken of me. I don't like my body, never have liked my body, even when I was like hottie patati back in college. Still, I mean, even back then, I was okay with photos, but I was like, no. And when I was heavy, oh, absolutely not. In clothes, okay. A couple of shots of me in wetsuits. Like I said, 50 pounds of shit in a 2-pound bag. Scary. Anyway, there will be no before and after photos. I don't play that game, and I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's important. And I'm not going to buy into that body image crap, okay? We're not going to do that to ourselves. Everybody does it to themselves enough. Look at these little tiny size 0 children running around half naked at the beach. What? Okay, anyway, so the video opened my mind, and I started thinking, maybe, right? So it started the wheels turning. My husband not being with me here in the States, he lives in Japan, and he's setting up our home for retirement. We will be retiring to Japan. He is Japanese, so I don't have anybody here to worry about as far as cooking and food and who do I have to feed. He's the one that did all the cooking. But I wouldn't have wanted to make him cater to me. I mean, I wasn't wanting to inconvenience anybody. And I love food. I love sugar. I love carbs. I love bread. I love rice. I love pasta. I love creamy sauces. Yeah, this has been difficult, but I did it, and you can too. So anyway, and the trigger for me was, okay, you see the title of the video, you'll see the title of the video, and you're thinking, is this too good to be true? Maybe, but I'm going to give it a shot. I watched it, wheels started spinning. Yeah, I'm crazy too. You're going to learn that. And I went down the rabbit hole, started doing the research, and I knew a lot of it already. I'm a biochemist by dark age college degree when they didn't even know what the flippin' atom looked like. That's a joke, kind of. And I went down the rabbit hole, and it is true that there are a couple of things that, controlling all the inflammatory, checking my notes, controlling all the inflammatory things that starches and carbohydrates can do to your body and sugars. It makes sense that if you've got chronic pain, you kind of want to get that stuff under control, right? Right. So I started finding all that out, and I'm like, I knew it, but not with the level of proof, research, biochemical pathways. All that stuff started coming, and I'm not going to bore you with any of it, okay? I'm just not. You can go down the rabbit hole, if you wish, and just dive in there and start nibbling around on the little carrots down there and start discovering it for yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, the foods we eat that we love, the cookies, the pastries, the pastas, the rices, the starches, all can contribute to inflammation. And if you have chronic pain, you're going to know that it's going to make it worse, okay? It'll make it worse. And the weight will never come off. You've got to kind of wean and then reintroduce after you've changed your lifestyle. Okay? This isn't just going to be, oh, I'm going to lose 40 pounds and I'm not going to have done anything. No, you're going to be doing stuff. You're going to be changing your entire life. And hopefully your loved ones and your family, your friends will support you. We're going to go into that later in the series about how to survive as a human in a social environment on a diet like this. It is possible. I have done it, right? I had parties to go to. You know, I did it. Your friends they'll help you if you reach out and say, hey, no, you can't do that to me. Okay, so know that there are ways to do this. Anyway, so we did the video, and I then was crawling YouTube, or no, it was Instagram, like a day or two later, and it was like everything came together. I was crawling YouTube Insta a couple of days later, and I came across an advertisement for the app called Formula. And I'll put the link, of course, down in the description of the video below. Click on that. And it was, I think what I remember at the time, and I got it written down here. Let me check out real quick. I looked at it. Oh, yeah, and these apps are amazing. I highly recommend them. I used Formula then, I'm using Keto now, and yes, they are paid, but sometimes you can get them on like a deep, deep discount, and this one was like almost half price, and I was like, oh my God, and the brain, it's great at pattern recognition, and it said, hey, that YouTube video got me thinking, and now I've got an app that'll help me track everything I eat, all my macros, and it tracked your water intake, and your exercise. You can link it to your watch, your iWatch, or whatever watch you use, and it starts tracking what you eat, how you eat it. You are going to be weighing all your food. I know. It sucks. But you are going to take responsibility for what you put in your face, because what goes in your face goes on your belly. Right? Right. It's worth it. Trust me, every bit of it's worth it. And you can gamify it. You can turn it into a little game like, can I guess how much this handful of carrots weighs? Can I guess how much this handful of salad weighs? Can I guess how much this little piece of meat weighs? You start gamifying it and turning it into a game. I'm going to hit my carbs dead on the nose today. And you do that by learning what everything you eat weighs and what comes with it as a carb. And we'll get into all that. Anyway, it tracks all your macros, blah, blah, blah. So check out Formula. Again, not sponsored. I did pay for the service, and it was worth it. I think I got 6 months, deep discount, 3 months. So these deals do exist. A deep discount for 3 months, half price. So I said I'm going to give myself 3 months on this app. 3 months on this app and see what I can do. So then the goal is set in your mind. The goal is there. You connected all the dots, and boom, you're in it. And you're in it to win it. Okay? So all the signs were there. Now, again, I have said, let me flip these pages over so don't try to read them again. And yes, this is going to be my video style. I'm very informal. I'm using literally a Word document to help keep my thoughts straight. So this is what you get, friends. Hopefully, it's chill. It's not going to be talking over you. Anyway, I'm just doing a little bit of reading, make sure I don't leave anything out. So anyways, I said, my husband was living in Japan, and he was the primary cook, the chef for me. He comes in town like every 6 months to make sure that we keep his green card active, and he comes in and visits some of our friends, and we go out and do our thing, and blah, blah, blah. So he was getting ready. He was in town. He was getting ready to leave again. This happened on like July 7th. It was the 10th anniversary of the Duckfoot Brewery. Shout out to Duckfoot Brewing. Yes, I still drink beer. Yeah, I still drink beer. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You can modify your diet a little bit. Okay? So it was the 10th anniversary. We had a great time. I was like, you know what? Let's do this shit. So we had a great time with all our friends, drank a lot of beer, lots of fun. And then when he left, I said, this is it. I have to start doing something, right? I have to do this. The timing couldn't be better. The timing couldn't be better. He's not with me. I don't have to worry about making him cook foods that only I can eat. Maybe he would join me, but I'd feel guilty. And I'm like, nah, I'm done. This is about me now, and I'm alone, and I take care of myself. and I cook for myself. And it's time to get this shit done. I'm going to lose the weight. Even if it was only like 20 pounds, it would have been enough. But just preface, shot right through that goal like a hot knife through butter. Okay? 20 pounds are going to drop off you if your body is primed and you're giving it the right fuels. Maybe you only want to lose 5. Maybe you only want to lose 10. This will help. And it's short term. I'm not on the carnivore diet right now. No. But I used it as a tool to get me to the goal. And then I transitioned into keto paleo. And we're going to talk about all that in this series, okay? Know that. This is possible. Anyway, so I said I have to go do it, right? And I knew some of my other triggers are I was extremely sensitive to glutens. And the Duckfoot is gluten-free brewery, so now we all know why I drink there. And I would bloat. I would get miserable. I would be so much in pain after some of my favorite meals. Japanese curry with white rice. Are you kidding me? Amazing. Any pasta dish, and I love pasta, okay? Ramen would murder me. Garlic, onions, murder me, okay? The sugars caused such pain in my joints. The glutens, too. Pain in the joints. And let's talk about bloating. It's part of menopause, and we all know it, and it sucks a lot. Add in all the other foods that I'm sensitive to, that I just named, with much love, and I miss them, but not enough to go back. Let's just say that my gaseous emanations could clear a planet. My farts are registered as lethal weapons with the FBI. Ask my husband. It was brutal. And yeah, committing murder on a daily basis, I mean, good grief and gravy. It was horrifying. And that was part of the way my gut was reacting to all the garbage I was eating. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get that under control. Pleasantly, thank you. I mean, craziness, right? So anyway, I made the decision. I bought the app, and I started taking a hard look at my kitchen and my food in my refrigerator and the cupboards, you know, where you pull out, oh, let's make this tonight. Well, yeah, you got to start taking a look at everything you eat, okay? You just do. And I knew that if I didn't get rid of the things in the house that made me happy, that I would be in trouble. Yeah, made it through all my notes and this. So the next part of this story will be bought the app, made the commitment, clean out the fridge. Not fun. When you start looking at what you eat with a serious eye towards losing weight and beginning, this is considered a pretty radical diet. It's pretty harsh, very strict, but you're only doing it for a short period of time. It's, like I said, it's a tool. It's a stepping off platform. It's going to help you, and you can modify it. This is just my story. I modified it. I went hardcore, lost 30 pounds in 3 months. Okay? Then I switched to keto paleo and I lost the last 12. Just blew through dietary goals. It's not easy. You're going to be uncomfortable. We're going to go into how much fun I had for the first 2-3 weeks in the next video. But know that you can do this. I have faith in you. You can do this. Do it safely. You heard the disclaimer. Talk to your doctor. Make sure this is okay for you. And if it, you can modify everything. That's the glory in doing this. You make it fit you. You do it slower. I went balls deep. I do everything balls deep. I'm like, hold my beer. And I jump. And I just go. That's the good Southerner in me. Hold my beer is one of our catchphrases. But know that you can do this. You can do it at your pace. But know that this is doable. And this is my story. And I hope that this video has given you a little bit of humor and maybe I'm your trigger. Maybe I'm your YouTube video. That one that triggered me, I hope I can trigger you in a good way. Just start this journey. And you can follow these videos. There's going to be another, I think, 4 or 5 of them. That's how I've kind of got it laid out. And the science-y stuff, it'll show up here and there. But mostly this is a story about how I did it and how I feel you can be triggered to begin your own journey. And I really hope it does. So we're going to cut it here. And we'll go over how I went through my fridge next time. It was fun. It was actually pretty enlightening, and I think you guys will be enlightened by it. I'll put together a list of the supplements that I use. That's part of this video series. Also, the equipment that I use. I have a food scale, just a general baker's scale. It's actually pretty easy. You know, it's up here. Do you want it? I think you do. I know I did. It was just time. You're gonna make this turn, and I have faith in you, and I know you can do it, and we're gonna do it together. Okay? So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I've been rambling. It's been fun. I will see you guys on. This should have released on Wednesday, and hopefully you enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you for the next installment of Going Through the Fridge. But remember, be good. Or be good at it. But whatever you are, be awesome. Love y'all. See you soon.